is our third official video of the Con Rush series, and today we're going to be talking about
how to actually survive at a convention.
10 tips on how to not die or get kidnapped.
Also, just for tradition, the countdown to Anime North. Okay. Since it's con season, I assume it's con season everywhere. I feel like this is about the time when it starts up in most places. You want to know, especially if you're new to conventions, how to be prepared to spend an entire weekend at a convention without, like, being dehydrated or being, like, murdered.
We've done videos, like, in the past on what to bring to a conventions, but this is, like, how to remain safe at a con.
This is a good video to show your parents. Hi, parents. Hello, I'm Erin.
I'm Fiona.
We'll take care of your child.
So we have been going to conventions now for like 6 years, and I'd like to say we have narrowed down some certain things that work for us. And yes, obviously, just a disclaimer, conventions are not dangerous places as a general rule, but of course, like any area you go to,
like a mall or
a party or a park, there's always going to be that one bad apple in the group.
Exactly. So no place in the world is perfect. Conventions aren't perfect either. However, they are not generally a breeding ground for evil.
No. So anyway, let's get into the 10 ways. 20 ways, 10 ways, 15 ways, 10 ways to survive a con.
Whoa.
So, number 1. This is an obvious one, and it's on everyone's list, but water. Water equals life. Avoid death. Just, it's a no-brainer, but bring water.
You'd be surprised that you wouldn't bring water, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I need water. And then water is like $10 a bottle.
Yeah, or it's like on the opposite side of the convention ground, and the sun's ablazing, and you're like, water.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
You're gonna sweat a lot in your costumes. That means you're gonna be losing hydration really fast, so make sure you have water. Stay hydrated. This way you won't faint and be taken out on a stretcher.
We have seen that happen. Yes,
Drink
we have.
water.
We have seen that happen.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Step number 2 is the buddy system. Obviously, if you're going to a convention alone, this part can't be helped. If you're with a group of people, always make sure you have a buddy with you so you don't get lost, or if you're lost, you're with someone else. And make sure you tell someone where you're going if you do end up going alone. Don't just wander away. Tell someone where you're going.
Yes, please.
Tell someone, because then if let's say God forbid something does happen to you, somebody knows that you're gone.
Yeah.
You know, because if somebody doesn't know that you're gone, then no one's gonna know you're missing.
Nope.
So no one's gonna say anything. They're just gonna be like,
till the con's over, and then
they'll be like, well, how come Fiona didn't meet back up with us? Well, she's dead.
Number 3 is trust your gut. If something or someone makes you feel uneasy, you know, just quietly excuse yourself from the situation. Chances are, if your gut's making you feel uneasy and you're like, ooh, I'm not getting good vibes from this person, or ooh, I don't feel comfortable in this situation, your gut's right.
You're probably right. And also, even if let's say your gut is wrong, if you're uncomfortable, it doesn't matter. You should just take yourself out of that situation.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Also, it's better to be comfortable than uncomfortable.
Yes.
So if someone's making you uncomfortable, it doesn't matter. Just leave.
Just leave.
Number 4 is always have a measure of communication on you at all times, whether that be a cell phone or a change to use a payphone or whatever. Always have some way to communicate with people either at the convention or away from the convention, so that if you get in trouble, you'll always be safe. A good tip is, especially if you're like me or Fiona, who don't know any phone numbers, like
we're the kids of technology.
We don't know it. Have a piece of paper, write down emergency contacts, keep it in your shoe, keep it in your pocket, keep it in your bag, keep it in your bra. Keep it somewhere where you can find it in case of an emergency, like if your phone dies and you need to use a payphone or whatever, or you need to use somebody else's phone to call someone. Like, always have emergency contacts with you. Also,
please.
It's also good if you, let's say something, God forbid, you do get sick. They'll have it, and you'll be like, here, call my mom.
Also, conventions are super noisy, so unless you're in a panel or you have to be somewhere super quiet, have your phone on loud, please, because if I'm gonna be calling you 6 million times because I don't know where you are, it doesn't make it, and you can't hear it. And then you look at your phone an hour later, you're like, oh,
170 missed calls
from Erin. And I'd be like,
oopsie.
huh? She's gonna kill me.
Number 5 is
Oh,
keep.
that's me.
Oh, it's you? Yeah. Go ahead. 5, Fiona.
Ah, my turn to overthrow the system. So, number 5 is keep an eye on your bag and keep a good grip on it. This is kind of like any large crowded place. It's a general rule is, you know, someone could run by and be like, ha, this is mine, and then keep going and you'd be like, wait, no,
My bag.
Yeah, or you know, you put your bag down and take a picture, or if someone takes a picture of you, you look back around and your bag's not there anymore.
Watch for your bags.
There
Keep them
goes your
close at all
wallet
times.
and everything in there, and
If you do have to put it down, put it like in between your legs. So then at least if someone does take it, you'll feel it, and then you can just turn around and
yeah. Or if you're with a friend,
get them to hold it.
Get them to hold your bag.
Number 6 is be polite but cautious. Most people at a convention generally just want to make friends. Like a lot of people will just come up to you and talk to you randomly, maybe. And chances are like 99.9% of the time that this person is friendly and is just curious about maybe your costume, or they just want to talk to you.
They're going alone and they just want to make friends.
However, you never know somebody's true intentions. So make sure you don't follow this person alone somewhere. Don't go to their hotel room. Don't take them to your hotel room. Just be very cautious with this person until you like know them, like next year.
Or we're not saying place every stranger with an automatic creep label, but obviously, like,
You never know.
yeah, you never know. They may be really nice, but if they're like, hey, you want to come back to my hotel, and you just met them, or they're like, hey, like, let's go over to your hotel, or they're like, hey, I want to drive to this restaurant nearby.
want to play the pokey game?
No. No. But yeah, it's just, you know, common sense, stranger danger.
Just be careful, as in any situation. Not everyone in the world is terrible, but you still should be careful.
Yes,
So.
like any stranger.
For example, when you meet us, be careful. I'm just kidding.
No.
We're probably much more scared of you than you are of us.
It's like, oh, hey, are you them cosplay girls? And someone, Erin.
Somebody recognized
Erin.
We're just scared, we're like, oh no!
Run! I'm kidding, we won't run. Okay, so number 7, and this one is a really important one, as we have learned throughout the years of going to conventions, is, for the love of God, please have a spot to meet up with your friends. Please, if you get lost, trying to pick a spot over text message is like freaking.
Also, if you're going to split up with your friends, it's always great to pick a time. Be like, okay, it is so-and-so o'clock right now. In 20 minutes at blah, blah, blah o'clock, we will meet in front of the Art of Wigs stand.
Really important. It's just a good general rule in case anyone gets lost. So if someone gets separated, you can call everyone and be like, hey guys, let's meet up at the meeting spot, blah, 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 right now, go. And so at least you all know where to look for each other, instead of like wandering around the con and being like, is that Becky in the distance? Becky! Becky!
Running up to them, hey Becky!
Oh,
You're not Becky!
oh God, sorry.
Sorry, sir. So number 8 is, although the temptation may be very strong, it's always good to have a little bit of money.
Figure.
It's always good to have a little bit of money set aside for emergencies, like if you have to take a taxi or an Uber, or you take the bus, or you need to call people, make multiple payphone calls. You just have, like, I would say at least like $10.
$10 just tucked away in your wallet in the apartment,
And if there's only 10 minutes left of the convention, go for it.
and you're not dying or like you're about to go home, then
This can also be said to put aside a little bit of money for food,
yes.
because you don't want to starve. So it's like the emergency money funds. In case you need water, you need food, you need to go to the dollar store and buy Band-Aids.
Just money.
So yeah, that's what it's called. That from now on, that emergency money is called money. So make sure you put your money in your wallet.
So number 9, we were gonna make an entire video on this actually, but this one's just kind of like, guys, pace yourself, deep breaths, control yourself. I know when you go to a convention, it's really easy to spend all of your money on
At
the
once.
first day on one thing. But trust me, when that like second day comes around and you have no money and you suddenly look at this figure that wasn't there yesterday and it's on sale, you're gonna be really sad. So one good thing that to help your spending habits is if you do have a buddy with you, go to them and be like, I'm only allowed to spend $40 today.
So like a good example of this I'll give you is like one time Fiona was like, today we went to the mall. she's like, I can only spend $100 today. So a good tip is, if you have a smartphone, go onto your smartphone's calculator and put $100. And then every time they buy something, just subtract the amount that they buy. Then,
Erin, it's good to have your friend do that because you yourself will lie to yourself.
so that's like a good way to put it. Also, just generally save till Sunday.
Yeah,
because the deals will
good
go
deals
on.
come on, you know, and it's gonna be really sad if you spend all your money in the first day, and then you're just kind of like.
Well, I remember this one time I did that, and I think you did it too. I remember we were staying with Jillian, and I spent all my money on the first day, and I had no money left, and I was like,
yeah, I
had to go to my dad and get more money. And then I remember one time you had like $200. You spent all of it in one day, and then you went to the ATM and took out like another like $300.
Yeah, like it's
all of your newspaper money was gone.
Yes, little 14-year-old Fiona.
Number 10, and finally, as the mother of the group.
For those of you that are of age or getting at that age.
Yes, I am the designated cosplayer, the DC. Be responsible if you are drinking or partying or doing any recreational drugs or whatever. Just be really careful, because at a con, especially if you're over 19, that's a drinking age in Canada.
Or 21.
Or
in
21 or 20 in
America.
Japan or whatever. Be responsible. I know when you want to go to the rave, you want to get buzzed, so you're like, oh, but be careful. Always have someone who is not going to do that in case somebody vomits in their sleep or
Wanders
whatever.
off with a stranger.
Yes,
like,
make
it's
sure
just,
that there's somebody to take care of you, or just make sure you yourself are responsible, because in the long run, you are responsible for yourself.
Yes, but if
So-
you're by yourself at a convention,
Don't get drunk.
don't get so wasted.
I don't even
because-
think you should at all, to be honest. I think that's just dangerous.
Yeah, because it's just like by yourself. God knows, like when you're like in that inebriated state, you're not gonna know who that is or
Exactly.
where to go.
You think you're going to bed with Inuyasha. I mean, if he's there, you're like, yo, Inuyasha, take me.
Yeah, and you just walk off.
But it's not, remember.
It's not Inuyasha. So please do this responsibly, and it's good to have that one friend who, like, obviously don't force them, be like, you're not allowed to drink at all this weekend, but like, you know, if there is someone that is kind of like,
At least have that person be sober enough to hold your hand and cross the street with you, so you don't die and get hit by a
or
truck.
like if you fall asleep on the floor, let them roll them on their side and be like,
yeah, just like
good night.
tilt your head to the side so in case you won't choke in your sleep or something.
Yeah.
Hold their hair as you puke into the toilet. Don't do that. It's not going to be fun for
It's
you.
not.
the next
You're gonna
day.
wake up and you're gonna be like, why?
It's gonna be a night full of regrets. You're gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna be like, no. Take me home.
Take me on
Country road to the place I belong. West Virginia.
Yeah, okay.
That'll be you when you're drunk too. In bed.
Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips helped you. Let us know if you have any extra tips that we might have left out. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and our blog, and our Storenvy.
look forward to our future Conrush videos.
Woo! We also both have Cosplay Amino. The links aren't going to be anywhere here, but you can just go find us.
Yeah, it's on our Instagrams.
Yeah.
Bye!